Alright. I'm doing a video to show you how to take the bed apart. To put it together, you're going to do all these steps, but backwards. Pretty simple. There's going to be these little clips, black clips, that are holding these in place. Just pull the first slant out, and it comes right out. And then there's the black ones on the other end. Same deal, pull them out. No need to uninstall it or anything. Car, and then you can put these somewhere. I don't know. Put them in the hallway. Ugh. Now, I've already taken the drawers out from under the bed. I haven't taken them apart. We're gonna try and get them in the truck without taking them apart. But they just slide under. They got wheels, so it's not that hard. Next is to take this thing off. And then you gotta take these off first, but we'll get it. Where's my toolkit? Screwdriver. Oh God. So you're gonna start here. This is this piece right here and this piece right here. They screw under this metal rail here on the farthest hole down. Besides the hole that's for the black clip thing. I mean, you'll see it. It's the farthest hole down. And it goes underneath, the screw goes on top. So here I'm unscrewing the screw from the top. Once it comes out, this falls down like that, okay? I'm gonna put the screw back into this piece so it doesn't get lost. If it'll go in, hold on, here we go, hold on. There it goes. Boom, there's your first one. Let me double check that this is recording. All right, it is, okay. So now you're just gonna do the same thing on the other side, obviously. All right, again, this screw is on the top. You're gonna take it out. And when it comes out, this is gonna fall like that because it's underneath, it's being held up by the screw. Okay? And then this middle piece, it just kind of sits in there. Right? There's this little lip thing, and then there's this little slot that it just slides into. Okay? That's it. That's all it is. So there's those two pieces. Let me put this screw in here so it doesn't get lost. There we go. Okay. And then you're going to take these two long ones out. Now, in this side rail here, it's up, they're installed on the farthest, towards the headboard hole, the hole closest to the headboard. Okay? And it's the same deal. The screws are on top, they're holding the bar up underneath. So when you pull it out, pull the screw out, it's gonna go down a little bit. This one, is not, this one is held in by a screw on both sides. So be careful when you're taking it out. You don't want to bend it too much, because you could break it. Or I guess when you're putting it in, because I'm taking it out, you're putting it together. Now on both ends here, the screw goes in on top, and it's holding the bar from underneath. Okay? So imagine this screwdriver is the rail, and this piece right here, the screw is going in on top, and the bar is sitting underneath. The screw is going through the rail and through the bar and holding it in place. Okay? Again, I'm just putting the screw in each end here so that we don't get it lost. That's fine. And you gotta take the screw in on this side. Very easy. There it goes. It fell. Oh no. Okay, there's that one. And then again, you just do the same thing on the other side. Pretty simple stuff so far. This bed frame is pretty easy to do. There's only one part that's kind of hard. And it's not really hard. It's just, you gotta think about it for a second. I fuck it up every time I put this thing back together, which has been twice. So, I'll try and point it out when I get to it. There it goes. And these pieces, there's a screw in here to adjust the length, but they're already adjusted to the length they need to be, so you shouldn't need to fuck with those screws. If something is not fitting, you're not doing it right. Because like I said, they're already adjusted to the length that they need to be. Okay. And then for this bad boy, there's no screws. Just lift it up. Boom. Fuck, it's dusty. There's a little lip here. There's this little lip here. It goes in on either side here. Okay? I don't think it matters. It does matter. I think it does matter. I don't think it does. But wait, yes, hold on. It does matter. Okay. So if you see here, there's two holes below. You probably can't see this. Hold on. There's two holes below these black pins on this side. And on this side, the two holes are above the black pins. Okay? I'm going to tighten those so they don't fall off. But this side right here, with the holes underneath the black pins, that's the side you want on the headboard. So you want it to go like this way. Okay? Black pins, holes underneath the black pins towards the headboard. Black holes above the black, or holes above the black pins towards the footboard. Okay? And I'm going to tighten these real quick so they don't fall off. The black pins. You shouldn't need to fuck with them unless they're loose. If they're loose, just hold them down and screw them back in. Pretty easy, huh? Boom. Okay. This piece. This is the middle piece that holds down the shorter, thicker bars. You just adjust it to where you need it to be. It doesn't really matter as long as it's on there and it fits. you're good to go. Okay, okay. Now, this thing here that holds the middle piece in, we're not gonna take it out. We're gonna leave it on the headboard. There's no point taking it off. Next, what we have to do, we have to take these rails off. I know, it sucks. They have to come off though. Okay? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws on either side. Let's take off. So now we're just working our way down. These are big ass motherfucking screws right here, bro. Okay? Now, the thing that sucks about this, you have to take these screws off to get the wood pieces together. Which means it has to stay off until you have all the wood pieces together. So that means somebody, Miranda, is going to be holding this rail up against this wood piece while somebody else screws it in. Unless you're epic like me and you can do it by yourself. But ain't nobody like me, so. And I don't know if these can go back in or if I need to get a little baggie for these, but we'll figure that out. Okay, the screws I'm talking about. We won't lose them. Yeah. Boom, there's the first one. Know that fucking dog hair off of it. Okay. Here you go. Here's the first one. Ta-da. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Now let's see if these screws go back in here. I'm sure they will. They do. Oh boy. We'll put them back in there. Just so that we don't lose them. And I don't have to fuck with plastic bags or anything like that. So obviously you're going to want to take these screws out before you try and put the rail on. And remember, there's 8 screws, okay? Now everything you see me doing right here, we're going to do the same thing on this side. You're just not going to see it very well because of the camera angle, but it's the exact same process. And no, I'm not cleaning this. You're gonna have to deal with all the dog hair, alright? I ain't got time for that shit. Okay. Now from the other side. There's one. There's two. number 4. Five. Six. I counted wrong. There's 8, but I don't know how to count. 6. Yeah, there's 8. There's 8. I fucking just didn't count one, I guess. Just like that. Okay. Now the fun part. So this is the fire. This is the. Well, here. Let me do this so you can see it. Oh wait, no. I gotta put those screws back in. Hold on. Hold up. So we don't lose them. Screws are going back in. Boom. Alright, now we can start the good stuff. Here we go. So there are these I don't fucking know what they're called, medallions? I don't know. Basically, you're gonna spin them. Direction is kind of tricky. I don't fucking know which way you're supposed to do it. Do it until it comes loose. There are arrows on the medallion. You want those? They're kind of hard to see, but there are arrows in there. Oh, there's one arrow, right? You want the arrow to be pointing towards the headboard for these two. For those two, you want the arrow to be facing the baseboard, footboard, whatever the fuck you call it. I don't know. So it looks like these ones over here. You're gonna turn left. Where's the arrow? Hold on. I see it. Okay, maybe. Oh. Here we go. We got some action going here. Oh! For a second so it doesn't fall over. Yeah, so those two you're going to turn left until, well, I guess you're going to turn right because you're putting it together. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? There's 2 metal rods. You need to make sure you need to make sure the 2 metal rods go into the holes with the medallions. You need to make sure the medallions have the arrows pointing towards the rods. And then when you get it in there all the way, it's kind of not gonna go in all the way. There's gonna be a little bit of a gap. Then once you start turning these medallions to the right, they'll come together. Now these ones, let's see, I need to turn the other way. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna check it. We're gonna find out. Come on, man. There we go. Okay. Now, so both of these, you're gonna turn to the right. Okay. Ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay. So yeah, this side. To tighten them, you're going to turn the medallions to the right. And I think it's opposite on this side. So let me see here. Maybe. Nope, it's the same. You can turn it to the right to tighten it. I don't know why I always had fucking problems with these. I'm just an idiot. Alright. Yeah, you're going to put them in and you're going to turn them clockwise. Or to the right. There you go, there's one piece right there. Take that out. Set that out. Yeah, take that out. Set that. There you go, that's it. That's it. Now remember, these are these rods, these metal rods here. This one is tightened. You're gonna put them in. You gotta make sure these medallions have the arrow pointing towards the rods. Otherwise, they won't go in. There's gonna be a little bit of a gap between the end of this and the end of this. That gap will close when you start turning the medallions to tighten them. If you have it in right. If you don't have it in right, the gap's not gonna close. And that's when you know it's wrong. Okay? But it should be pretty easy. That's literally it.